travel to any one of them, even before you land, you have a fair idea of what's being talked about. When we come back from this break, talking about sports, Ricky Santos, the president of the Generation Next Football Club, talks scholarships, opportunities on the horizon for students to study at prestigious universities in the States. And it's all because of sports. When we come out, stay with us.
Gamble's, Old Parham Road, Clare Hall, Johnson's Village, Skirrets Pasture, Casada Gardens, Barnes Hill, New Winthorpes, Cedar Valley Gardens, Cedar Valley Springs, Powell's, Carlisle, and Coolridge. Flow Digital TV is now available in your area. As of October 1st, the migration from analog TV to digital TV will begin. During the migration period, channels 55 to 99 will no longer be available on the analog TV system. If you have not yet signed up for Flow Digital TV, please call 464-FLOW or 464-3569 or visit any of our retail stores to sign up today.
It's the right time now. This is me time now. Everybody has a
The final games of the ICC Women's World 2020 are coming to Antigua and Barbuda, November 22nd through the 24th. Tickets start at 20 EC. Party stand and corporate packages are also available. Get yours at icc-cricket.com/world 2020.
Every weekday, 9 to 10 a.m., join me for Life with Natalie on ABS Radio 90.5 FM. Life, let's claim it.
Thanks so much for staying with Antigua Barbuda today on this Friday, a wonderful Friday, fantastic Friday, and a sporting Friday. We always focus on sports every Friday, and this morning it's our pleasure to be joined by Ricky Santos, the president of the Generation Next Football Club, and that club has been doing amazing, phenomenal work for sports, for unearthing and nurturing sporting talent among our youth. Sports, as we've always indicated, is such a vehicle for national development, national pride, and exporting the country's brand across the world. It is perhaps the most significant vehicle for doing that. No other thing, no other area excites so much national pride, brings so much instantaneous international recognition for a country as sports does. Without question, sports has such great potential. We must therefore identify and nurture our sporting talent among our youth. Ricky Santos is at the tip of the spear in doing that. He talked to us this morning about opportunities on the horizon for young people to get scholarships through sports to study at universities in the States. Very good morning to you, Ricky.
Good morning, Garfield.
Indeed.
First of all, thank you for having me here today to talk about some exciting news.
Indeed, very exciting.
Our young national footballers will be afforded opportunities for scholarships at some universities in the United States. I'd like to say a big hello to your listening audience and viewing audience.
Excellent. Let's talk about that. So let's get straight to it. So a USA University Identification Clinic. Talk to us about when, which universities, and how many scholarship opportunities.
Okay. Well, first of all, we made contact through 2 universities in Iowa. One is Drake University, and the other one is William Penn University. I should indicate that they have 2 scholars presently from Antigua that are at William Penn University. One was organized by the Generation X Football Club, which is Johan Derrick, and the other one, and you have to commend the Antigua and Barbuda Football Association and its principals for getting Shalon Night up there. And both, from all reports that have been fed back to us, are doing extremely well and have assisted greatly in bringing William Penn University soccer team to the highest ranking that they've ever had in their history.
Wow.
So that's wonderful news for the 2 young Antiguans. So both of these coaches were here, I think it was in June of this year. They were brought in here by the ABFA, and I made contact, and of course, at Generation X, we were always seeking a lot of opportunities for our national players, and not only our national players, but in particular, the young players. So I established a contact with both of them and said, look, we want you back here. Unfortunately, both scholars that just got the scholarships at William Penn, because the bursary was not at their full potential in June, because they normally get their bursaries of what monies they can spend in November, December. So I said, when do you have your full bursary so we can get full scholarships for our youngsters? They said in November. I said, well, then you're coming back in November then, and we will bring you back. We're pleased to say that we had some, if I could just mention a couple of, well, one sponsor in particular, and the others want to remain anonymous, which helped reduce the cost to have these coaches down here. So the Calvin Air Foundation is a principal sponsor that came on board, and they jumped on board right away when we approached them, because this is a very important facet of getting these youngsters off for an educational scholarship.
Excellent. So congrats to the Calvin Air Foundation on helping you. So they're defraying the cost in terms of bringing the coaches here.
That's correct.
Good.
That's correct. Now the 2 coaches' names, one is Kevin Brennan, he's from Drake University, and the other one is Jamie Highcock, which is from William Penn University. Jamie is the assistant head coach for the male soccer team, while Kevin Brennan is the female head coach for Drake University soccer team. So the opportunities are being offered are for both males and females. And I would like to stress the females, because in the United States, the federal government offers equal opportunities for males and females.
Yes.
And because there are more male teams, because it's a more male-dominated program, the females have larger bursaries. So there are plenty of full scholarships that are going to be offered to the females in particular. So I really like to stress that. The females. We do have a limitation set by them. We can only have 50 males and 50 females. The males' ages will be from 16 to 20, and the females will be from 15 to 20. So anyone that is out there and seeking a possible scholarship for a university education can contact us, and we'll register them. They will be arriving here on the 22nd of this month, which is, I think, next week, Tuesday.
Good. And
the camp starts, or the combine as we call it, that starts on the 23rd, and will run every day right through to the 28th. The exact timing will be after school, but we have not formalized that yet, because we're trying to negotiate with the schools to let the kids out so that they can have this opportunity.
Excellent. So tell me again, Ricky, so for males, what's the age range?
From 16 to 20.
And for females?
15 to 20.
15 to 20. And how many scholarships are on offer?
Well, it all depends on the quality that they see, because, you know, everything is subjective to what the coaches are seeing. Also, Garfield, which is very important, you may be offered a scholarship, but you have to have the minimum academic qualifications.
Talk to us about that.
So the minimum is like a 2.0 grade point average, or you have to have a certain amount of scores on your SATs. All of that information is posted on our Facebook page, or you can contact me and I'll give you all the requirements that you will need. The scholarship will become effective, of course, in September of next year.
Okay, so it's a SAT score of 1290, composite, ACT score of 18, TOEFL score of 500, and GPA of 2.0 or class rank letter.
That's correct. But I think with the minimum qualifications, almost everybody in Antigua can qualify for that.
Yeah, 2.0 is quite low.
Yeah, so it's you know, it's a wonderful opportunity for these youngsters. You know, we're always seeking all kind of opportunities. I also would like to let everybody know that, of course, these universities cannot assimilate everybody, even though they may want to. So we will be videotaping the sessions that are taking place. And I have negotiated with both coaches that they will be presented with the videos of the sessions, and then they will in turn distribute it through their network to other universities. So there are opportunities that if they are not offered a scholarship at either of these two universities, that they have possibilities to go to other universities.
All right, you tell me about the maximum in terms of 50 players. 50 players, that's what, in terms of who can register for the camp?
That's correct.
Okay, so you're taking 50 for combined for males and females? Or 50 males and 50 females? Okay, so it's a first come, first serve in terms of registration?
That's correct, that's correct.
So time is running out. Do you want to say how many persons have so far registered?
Yeah, we have a total of, I think, 26 or 27.
For males?
Both, combined.
Okay.
But most of it, the bulk of it is in the males department, but I would like to encourage the females, the girls, to go there and get registered, because there are serious opportunities, and there is a track record. We have 2 youngsters from Antigua that are presently and doing well, not only on the field, but in the classroom, I understand.
At William Penn? At
William Penn.
Excellent. All right, so let's talk about the registration. If males, females, between these ages, so for males, it's 16 to 20. If you're between 16 and 20, for females, 15 to 19 years old.
That's
15
correct.
to 19. So females, 15 to 19, males, 16 to 20. If you're in this age range and you meet the academic requirements, that is SAT score of 1290, a composite for both, it's 1600 is the maximum, so 1290. Then a TOEFL score of 500, GPA of 2.0 or class rank letter. You meet those academic requirements. This is for you. 26 people have registered so far, but there is space for 100 between males and females. 50 males, 50 females. Tell me now, how the person register? So
okay.
Listening on, looking on, how do they register?
Well, there is a registration fee, or what we call, we're not even calling it the registration, we call it the commitment fee, because we want to ensure that these young footballers show up for every day, for every practice, because that's the best assessment that these coaches can make. So there is a commitment fee of $100 for the week.
100 EC.
100 EC.
Good.
100 EC. Of course, thanks to the sponsors, because they, as you can appreciate, the airfares, accommodation, and everything is significant, and of course the videotaping. So they can contact me at telephone number 7206741 or WhatsApp 7206741 also, or send an email to info@generationnextfc.com, or even inbox me on Facebook. Our Facebook page is GNFC Rebels. You can, so there's many ways to contact us, or through any of our coaches in Generation X. So it's a wonderful opportunity, and I'm really, really looking forward to this.
Excellent.
And
yes.
there's just one other thing I would like to mention too. It's for those who do not meet the academic qualifications, we've also negotiated with the coaches that they will be sending these out to the semi-professional leagues, such as the PDL in the United States. So there are semi-professional opportunities also for the youngsters who may not be academically sound enough for university education. So it's a very holistic way that we looked at it, and it took a lot of back and forth negotiations and so forth. So everything is on stream.
Excellent. Talk to me about the opportunities that are available. Is it just full scholarships? Talk to me about the range of opportunities that will be available through this camp.
Well, because they have the full bursary, of course, there are going to be a number of full scholarships that will be available, and partial scholarships. But of course, it will be at the discretion of the coaches as to how they see it, because they're the ones who identify the talent. I mean, if I could have to say myself, all 100 would be getting scholarships.
Indeed.
So I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity.
For football scholarships?
It's for football.
Okay. And it's for William Penn and Drake. In terms of, and then there's also the opportunity of the semi-pro or pro teams for players who do not possess those academic qualifications.
There are opportunities, because the videotapes, as I said, will be distributed not only to the universities, but also to the semi-pro leagues in the United States.
In terms of your work in unearthing talent, unearthing sporting talent, nurturing that talent, providing outlets for opportunities for those talent, for that talent, talk to us about how this fits into your wider purpose at Generation FC. Well, Generation XFC.
First of all, I'm not a coach, and so, but we do have 7 coaches in our setup, and they're the ones who basically nurture and develop our young players here. We also started, because when we started Generation X, we did not want the kids just to play in the odd tournament or also just to train alone. So we created 2 leagues. One is presently going on, which is the futsal league, which is a different discipline of football. It's played with a smaller ball and a harder ball, so it doesn't have the bounce, and it's supposed to be played on a harder surface. Unfortunately, we normally use the volleyball arena, but that was not available, so we're doing it at the AstroTurf. And then the bigger league, which we call the Association Football League, that starts in January and run towards the end of May. So that was a way of, because you can train so much, but the development comes as you play more and you play competitively. And we started the development league, the youth football league, as it's called, or the Gomez Netherlands Insurance Youth Football League, and that runs from ages 5 through 17. So they are played competitively from a very young age. So that helps to hone in on their skills.
Excellent, excellent. And this is about ensuring that that young talent is unearthed at a very young age, is identified at a very young age, and you have opportunities available for them to channel their skills.
Yes, we also have relationships and a partnership with professional clubs. Like in the UK, we have a formal partnership with Stoke City Football Club. We're associated with Bolton Wanderers, Bristol Rovers, Tottenham Hotspur, and we just established a relationship with Mansfield United, which is another exciting project because that ties in education also. And we have a youngster from our own club that is presently going to university in Mansfield while playing for Mansfield Academy under 21. So we're going across continents also too, and we're trying to create as many opportunities as possible. We also expanded a little bit on Generation X, and we started the GN Sports Show, and which we're so gracious that ABS
on ABS 90.5.
Yes,
excellent,
exactly, and that was created basically to develop the media skills of the youngsters. So it's a youth-based sports show where we feature a lot of young talent across the sporting disciplines, not just for football. Like last night we had on some swimmers. Last week we had on some tennis players. And
by the way, if you haven't seen the ABS, if you haven't heard it or seen it on Facebook, so it's both on Facebook and on ABS Radio. It comes up every Thursday between 7:30 and 9 o'clock. 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Thursday, ABS Radio, and also on our Facebook page, the Generation Next Football Club program.
Yeah, and then what we do with the program, like right now, it's being downloaded, and then we'll upload it onto YouTube for those who may not be on Facebook.
Very good. Very good.
So it's a lot that's happening. We've only been in operation 6 years, but we plan to do a lot more, and across the sporting discipline too. We're not just going to stick to just the
Just football. Let me ask you, so in the 6 years that you've been in operation, how many scholarships have you facilitated for young people?
So far, I'm not happy to say, but we have 4 scholarships so far.
But that's very good.
No,
No, that's very good, Ricky.
No, but I told the 2 coaches that coming on, I'm looking for 10.
At least 10.
in this script.
At least 10.
At least 10.
So 100 people can register, 50 males, 50 females, and you're looking for at least 10 scholarships, full scholarships.
Full scholarship. Oh no, when I negotiate, I don't have a partial.
The 2 who are at Drake University, sorry, William Penn, it's full scholarships.
Well, both of them will have full scholarships because they have the full bursary. So they have no excuses to tell me that it's a partial scholarship because I know they have the full, because that's what they told me. So
their own words.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
so I'm holding them to it.
Very good. So this happened. So the 2 coaches, one from William Penn, one from Drake University. The 2 coaches arrive on the 22nd of November, and the camp starts the 23rd. It runs to the 28th.
That's correct.
And where will it be?
It will be at the Antigua and Barbuda Football Association's training facility at Painters, or better known as the AstroTurf. And so we'll be hosting it there. They have some lights up there, so, and the ABFA. Of course, we're doing this in conjunction, support and endorsement of the ABFA, so we'd like to thank them very much for affording us this opportunity, because of course that's one of the best facilities in terms of the field.
Excellent. So the 23rd to the 28th, it will be after school hours. You haven't determined yet exactly the time yet.
Yes.
Okay.
We were trying to make sure that the lights are still there, so that because we don't want the kids to be out of school. So we want them to have their classes, and then afterwards they come to the opportunity.
Excellent, excellent. And in terms of remind us again, how do they contact you?
They can contact me through telephone number or WhatsApp at 720-6741, or they can email us at info@generationnextfc.com, or simply inbox us on our Facebook page.
You're a football man, you are in terms of Generation Next Football Club, but you're a sportsman as well, because the GN is a GN Sports Show, or this football show, GN Sports Show. Let me ask you, the big matchups next week in terms of the semifinals and finals right here in Antigua for the ICC Women's T20, the first standalone T20 World Cup for women being held ever. It's being held right here in the Caribbean, the semifinals and finals at the Civic Stadium. Talk to me about what are you looking forward to?
Well, I think it's going to be exciting. I'm not even going to talk about the semifinals. West Indies will be in the finals, so that means they would have gone through the semifinals. Yes. I'm looking at a good match. Of course, our girls are giving us a little bit of a scare, keeping it tense, maybe deliberately to let loose on the big day with the big one-sided turnout. But I think they have their hands cut out, because Australia obviously is doing extremely well. So they have their hands cut out, but I think they will come through. I have more faith in them than the males.
Wow. Wow. Okay, all right, fair enough. Quite a lot of people actually share your view on it. And in terms of other sporting events on the horizon as well, let me ask you finally, your own view, if you could do one thing, if there was one low-hanging fruit that you could, for example, next week, Monday week, by the way, we're going to be talking with the Minister of Sports, the Honorable Darrell Mathie. If you could make one recommendation to him, which is a low-hanging fruit, to drive sports development further, to drive the interest and appeal for sports in this country, to make this a sports culture,
and sports tourism.
Yes, of course. What would that one thing be, low-hanging fruit, that you could recommend to the minister?
Well, I don't know if it's low-hanging fruit, but one of my biggest pet peeves is we have a lot of facilities that are in the various communities around the island that are either not maintained or not affordable to be maintained. My philosophy is to have proper developmental, world-class facilities that are shared by several communities that are maintainable. Like they have a beautiful facility that they just constructed down by King George pasture. I would like to see similar things like that, but shared. So you can have 3 or 4 communities, and you have, through time management, manage it properly. I think, for instance, that facility should be managed by either in a combination with Hoppers and Empire, or Empire. I mean, the authorities will decide what's best in terms of management of it. But too often we have these facilities that are placed down and just left, and they're not maintained, and and a lot of it is not even completed. Now I know the government have their fiscal challenges in terms of doing so, and I'm pretty certain corporate Antigua because from our experience, I've always come on board to assist what you're doing, once what you're doing is being done properly. So, and I'm pretty certain corporate Antigua will come and assist, but no corporate company in the world nowadays are just going to pass money out just for the sake of passing out. They want to see returns, not necessarily only in terms of sales for their products, but they want to see that if they invest in putting on a facility or assisting in the facility, they want to see that that's maintainable and it's lasting. So that is one of the things I would like to see happen here.
All right, we'll raise it with Minister Matthew on Monday when we speak with him. Thanks very much, Ricky Santos, the president of the Generation Next Football Club, doing sterling work in terms of providing outlets, providing opportunities for young sporting talent to nurture them, to really give them the best opportunity of thriving in the world of sports. It's a wonderful world of sports. You hear me talk about enthusiastically what sports can do. It's not hyperbole, it's not exaggeration. It is obvious, it is manifest.